Hello everybody. I originally wasn't going to make a video on the news because I assumed with my size my audience more than likely watches the big time creators that do proper coverage on things like whther, Hens, and Mintskull to name a few. But I started thinking and decided on the off chance some of you don't keep up with the big names and maybe some of you weren't around when Demo was removed from the store, that I would go over the details of how Pinhead's removal is going to work. Pinhead, our lovable and simultaneously hated masochist, is getting removed from the Dead by Daylight store April 4th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pinhead and his cosmetics will be unavailable to buy from that point forward, so if you do not purchase them before then, you will not be able to acquire them again. There is currently a half-off sale on Pinhead and his cosmetics up until he is removed from the store, so if you want any of it, be sure to grab what you want while you can. Buying Pinhead will also grant you the limit configuration charm to hang on your survivor or hooks, something I use on all of my survivors because if you want to mess with me, I'm going to summon Pinhead and we're both screwed. And for those that already have him and those that buy him before he leaves, will be able to keep Pinhead and his cosmetics and will be able to use them and play as him for as long as they're playing Dead by Daylight. You will be able to face Pinheads in the wild and be that wild Pinhead with no restrictions. Behavior have stated that they can bug fix Pinhead and work on him, but they haven't said to what extent he can be tweaked, so expect him to stay about where he is now in terms of gameplay. For those cross-progression peeps like I am, your purchases will proceed between your systems and consoles, so Pinhead and his cosmetics will still be available to you on your multiple platforms as well. Pinhead's perks, Deadlock, Hex Plaything, and Scourge, Hook, Gift of Pain will stay in Dead by Daylight. The names will change so they don't infringe on the license, I assume, and they will be moved into the general pool. This means that new players that join in and players who don't own him will unlock his perks naturally in other characters' Bloodweb, just like they unlock Sloppy Butcher and Spies from the Shadows. If you already have the perks unlocked from prestiging him, then you're fine, and they will stay there and available to use. Outside of that, I believe that's all that's really concerning for new players. However, there is an FAQ that Behavior put out that I will link in the description if you want to look up a little bit more information. Pinhead is a wonderful killer with a learning curve for his chain special attack, which I suck with, and built-in slowdown with the lament configuration counting down to Chain Hunt that survivors must deal with. He has depth in what is called his box logic of learning where and how to find his box's spawn point to control the Chain Hunt, and if HELLRAISER or the Killer tickles your fancy, I believe there's enough under his hood to be somebody's new main. A YouTuber by the name of Feald Agent Reaper is a Pinhead main here on YouTube, obviously, that I know of that has a wonderful guide that's easy to follow and in-depth if you're just starting out or you feel like there's more you can learn. However, that's all I have to say for today. I wish you well. Ashente.